involved in agricultural practices, right? But there are some people who are interested in coming on board in the sphere of agriculture. How can they get involved?
There are different companies that helps farmers, help individual farm for them. You could also contact each of these same company, and that is what our company also do.
Okay.
You can contact any of these companies around. You invest your money for them, and then they'll also farm for you. I think that the risk of such is even lesser because you do not have you do not go to the farm yourself, but you farm. And sometimes you visit the farm. If you wish to visit such farms, you visit the farm. But the risk of loss is lesser because all you sign with this same company, you sign an MOU of your investment, and I think that will give you a better yield. You can also be a farmer, a digital farmer, because you don't need to be in the farm to farm. So your money can farm for you while you rest in your office and probably in your home, and have your farm product at the end of the farming season.
All right, thank you so much. In case you are listening, this is Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, your radio experience. You can count on. My name is Holy Ray, and on this segment, we are talking about farming methods and season. And I am doing this with my girl, Sylvanus Adole, who is the CEO of 360 Utility Limited, a tech farmer located at Kaduna. Join the conversation in case you have a question for my guest. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Holy Ray.
Good morning. Thanks for joining me. Is it Salasi?
Good morning, Mr. Yes, it's Salasi. Mr. Sylvanus Adole, I greet you, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
My name is Salasi. Honestly, I love farming.
Okay.
Before oil was discovered in Nigeria of 1956, Nigerians were farming. I remember in those days, if you are traveling to Kano, you see this large mechanized farming of cotton, wheat, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not like what I said last time. What happened to the former governor of Sokoto State, Atahiru Bakarawa? He said because of insecurity, he had to abandon his farm. Now, he's talking about how people will pay money and for their money to work for them. What in a situation, I remember in those days, when you pay someone money to go and farm for you, instead of him to concentrate on your farm, he will use that money to concentrate in his own farm. In a situation that I pay money for someone to work in my farm, and he decided to use the money that I pay for fertilizer for the weeding and everything to his farm, what will I do? Thank you.
All right. I want to believe that you have answered to that.
Okay. I think one of these, just as Afriti says, I says that the reason of most of these companies coming on board recently because of such issues have been happening. This is an individual business where you deal one-on-one with someone. There is always you have these problems always with the same people or farmers, individual farmers. But when you deal with a company, the company will create such problem, and you don't get to face this problem because what you do is that you sign an MOU with these farmers, with these companies, that you are investing. For example, you are investing 10,000 naira into this farm, into these companies, and they are at the end of the farming season give you the farm product worth either 15,000, depending on the interest rate or your interest rate which you sign with such a company. And I guess while you are signing them, there are conditions for all these things, and you don't get to face this thing because at the end of it, what you are interested at as an investor or as a farmer, you are only interested at your input, which is your farm products. So at the end of it, if you invest such, this company have insurance covered. They also have some other security insurance covered to their farms, and that will also help most people who intend to farm because this same company do not farm in these red zones.
Okay. Yes, but I'm sure you understood what Salasi said right here because for one or two reasons, there have been breach of trust in the, let me say, monetized farming in the past, and people are no longer trusting the part of investing in it. But if you are saying that, like your company, for instance, you go as far as making a memo of understanding, and then I think it's on the right direction. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, and thanks for joining
Hello,
me on the
hello, Downaga is my name.
All right, thank you, Elder.
See, my brother, I will say 92% of Nigeria, they like farming, and then they wish to go back to farm. Both the worker, both people not working, both are farmer in Nigeria. You see,
Okay.
where I'm a senior citizen, now I'm into farm. You see, to carry tractor go to farm now, 1 acre of land, tractor will tell you to pay 200,000. Because of cost of diesel is 1,500 or something, where tractor will buy a liter before you go to your farm. And then if you pay that money, you have to plant crop there, you have to buy chemical, buy all these type of this is before the farm product will come out. If you spend all this money and then next year you not gain from that farm, you see you withdraw. If you come from Kaduna to Abuja here, all this retired general, all this and this very late farming on the road, you see say all that place is closed up because of the cost of this, cost of fertilizer, cost of a tractor, cost of this, and then the one thing, insecurity in Nigeria. You see, let me tell you, my brother, if Nigeria were ready, Niger State alone can give us the whole of the food we need in Nigeria here. There's many places where you plant crop in Niger, where you don't need fertilizer to put. What they need, government to possess cattle, and then you tell people to start farming from the acre to acre, and then prepare the farmer. You see, food we put in Nigeria is also any method where you use in Nigeria, where there's no chemical, there's the tractor is too cost, the fertilizer is too cost. Any method you use in Nigeria, you're using direct labor. You can never get anything. That's why you keep running from farming. Thank you very much. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Elder. Sylvester Adjole, you have something to trip into what he just said?
Yeah, in as far as I enjoy or like what he just said, I also want to respond to some few of his observation that he made. Right. I think that was where we are saying here that the fact still remain the same, that the country is facing a financial crisis at the moment, and this financial crisis also affects every sectors. Now, there are companies that will take in these tractors to your farm for you, you pay later, or you pay with your grain.
Okay.
And also, once you either pay with your grain, but I want you to know that it's a win-win thing for you and also for the company as well, and also for the investors as well, because you will have your farm products in a very good quality and quantity, and also the investors too will also have their own capital returns, and also this same company also render services. I think in the issue of the government are trying their best, because recently in Niger State that you mentioned, I think there was a launch of tractors for feed the nation tractors. I think they went into Niger State, and I think they have actually found hundreds of hectares in Niger State, and hoping to farm more. So there are a lot of companies to farm to undergo this whole thing. And just yesterday, I was taking a look at a bag of beans. A bag of beans now is over 200,000 naira now in the market.
Yes.
And you can imagine if you have farmed the beans at the rate of 400 before now, you can imagine your capital rate. So there is money in this same business. But these farmers need to be patient enough to also patronize companies to see how, and then investors too need to invest into these same companies. There are a lot of companies in town, even in Abuja. There are a lot of them in Abuja, and these same people can also patronize and also have a very good capital return.
Okay, so let's know what your company, that is 360 Utility Limited, that's the name of your company, a tech farming method, right? Now, let's know what your company is doing to enhance farmers that works for you. How do you achieve that?
what we are doing basically now, we give farmers loans on fertilizer. We do not give them the loan in cash. We give them the loan in fertilizer.
Material.
We also farm for them in material, that is input, farm input.
Yeah.
We also put in our tractors to farm for them, and we do the harvesting, and we also have offtake buyers who are ready to buy their farm inputs at a good price than the market price for them. Because what we do now is that we will buy our farm product from our farmer with some profit, with a difference of 1,000 naira per bag from these same buyers, to encourage them to farm more and also engage in farm products. So that is what we do. Individuals and corporate body invest into our company, and then we will give them their profit margin, interest return. And at the end of the farming season, we either give them in farm products or in cash.
All right, thank you so much. A few minutes for us to wrap up the segment. In case you're just joining us, this is Agropreneur, a segment of the Midday Astro Show on Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja. And right here, we are talking about farming method and season. So with the few minutes that we have to go, my guest Silvanus Adole, he is the CEO of 360 Utility Limited, a tech farmer located at Kaduna. All right, sir. So in this last few minutes that we have, I would like you to talk about the season. We have dwelled for so long on the method. So let's talk about the season a little bit before we head out.
Basically in Nigeria, we have just two seasons. In Nigeria, I think we have the rainy season, which is the wet season, which comes from April to June. And then at the peak of the wet season, we have July to September. And basically from April to June, farmers are advised to plant crops such as maize, yam, and also rice. Then at the peak of the September season, which is still the rainy season, farmer are expected now the rain is heavy, so farmers are also expected or advised to plant cassava and other trees planting. Then we also have the dry season, and the dry season starts from November to January. And at this particular time, I think we can also farm maize, rice, and millet. And mostly the late dry season is February to March. And most practice are mostly practiced at the north, and sometimes at the western side. We do not see most of this practice in the east. In this same season, we have very good input in the north. So it's a two thing. As a farmer, you can also farm. So some people ask that, so what if rain stops? So does that mean that farming stops? No. Farming also is a continual process, and farming does not include only plants. We have people who rear cows and goats and other things. Why in the Western world we have the winter, the spring, and the fall, which is early December to late February. Then the spring is late March to late June, and then the summer, which is early September, July to early September. And I think this the Western country, they have a very good weather for farming. The only disadvantage they have is that their land texture is not good for farming. And these people have good mechanization and access to capital and also access to fundings. But we have good land texture. Our land are fertile, so we can also make this same two farming season to farm a very good quantity of farm products that will feed the nation.
All right. So on the final note, I would like you to talk about investment. You had, throw light on it earlier, where you talked about people can invest and watch their money work for them. They can pay a company to work for them, like your company, for instance. So now I might just want to know more about the investment. What is the assurance that these people will get value for their money or for their investments?
If once an investor works to us, I think what we do basically is it's a daily routine for investors to walk into our company. Once an investor walks into our company, we the first contact we have with the investor is that we try to define the interest margin, the return investment for the investor is either in kind, is either in farm products or either in cash. And apart from that, we also look at we have insurance company which our farms are being insured, and we also sign an MOU with the same individual, where the individual will have a copy of the contract letter or documents with the investor, and we, apart from that, we have a tracking dashboard where the investor can also track his cash growth. In our website, we have a website where the investor can also track he or her cash growth in our website. And few investors have actually been testimony, and they have actually I think we are planning to see how we can disburse some few rights to our investors within next 2 weeks or thereabouts. And so we have a lot of people coming in and out, and we are also seeking for more investors, because definitely we need more cash to see and how we can grow more farm products.
Definitely, you're going to need more hands, to ensure the success of that farming, and that is why you're going to bring money. Let's help you with publicity, all right? Bring money, and let's see how we can help you right here on radio. You can see the reactions already from our audience. So let's see how we can help you more to do a better publicity and sensitization of what you do and your services, and see how you can get more hands. So at this point, I want to say a very big thank you to you for joining me on this one. And don't forget that we will be available anytime you want us to help out with publicity. Is that okay?
Okay, we'll get back to you soon about that.
No problem.
I appreciate this.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you to you who called on this segment. That was Silvanus Adole. He is the CEO of 360 Utility Ltd. That's limited. He is a tech farmer at Kaduna. I don't know why, but he just chose to do farming, and I guess it's working for him. And right there, this is where we'll get to wrap up the show of the Agropreneur segment. Thank you for calling. And don't forget that the 12 o'clock hour is where we will get to talk about me and you being a patriotic citizens. That's the national core value right there. And we're going to have our guests. I believe they should be around the building already. So don't go nowhere and don't touch that. Keep it locked in, especially for the fact that there's supposed to be a protest starting as from tomorrow. So there is need for us to have a conversation about the national core value, how you can be a better citizen, and not just a better citizen, but a patriotic citizen. That is what we'll be talking about. Don't touch that. And don't go nowhere. Don't even think about it. Don't forget to go follow us on all social media handles at Eagles FM Abuja. Join our live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Even this last segment, it is right there. Go there, watch the video, comment, like, and share, and drop your opinions, and we will take it up from there. You might just want to check me out on Facebook. I am Rachel Aben, and of course, every other handles, I am Holy Ray. Don't touch that.